Yamjingba Hospital and Medical Research Institute Private Limited, RIMS Southgate Combinate Kaitel, contact number 8258 967890.
Top news headlines. India reports 1,383 new COVID-19 cases, 50 deaths in last 24 hours. UK to start human trials of coronavirus vaccine on Thursday. And coronavirus could cause famines in dozens of countries, says UN. Hello and welcome to Times of Manipur News. You're watching News Today. I'm JESSIA OINAM giving you the news in details. The number of coronavirus disease COVID-19 patients jumped to 1,383 and fatalities to 50 in the last 24 hours, pushing India's tally to 19,984. Union Health Ministry data showed this morning. India, which had breached the 10,000 mark on April 14, now has 15,474 active cases, and the number of people who have been cured stands at 3,869. There have been 640 COVID-19 related fatalities in the country till 8 a.m. on Wednesday, according to the Health Ministry dashboard. Maharashtra reported 6,191 cases of the coronavirus disease, including 722 discharged and 251 deaths. Gujarat has now become the second worst hit state with 2,178 active cases, and Delhi follows with 2,156 infections. Indian Council of Medical Research (ICMR) on Tuesday asked states to suspend rapid testing for the disease for the next 2 days, following complaints from West Bengal and Rajasthan that the exported antibody testing kits were returning erroneous results. The UK will begin human trials of a coronavirus vaccine tomorrow, Health Secretary Matt Hancock said as he urged the government's strategy for fighting the disease had succeeded. As per a media report, Matt Hancock maintained that in the long run, the best way to defeat coronavirus is through a vaccine. The trials will be of a drug developed at Oxford University. Hancock said the government would give £20 million to support the research, the report said. A panel of experts called by US government's top infectious disease agency yesterday recommended against the use of a combination of an anti-malarial drug and antibiotic that President Donald Trump has touted as a potential game changer in treating COVID-19. The expert panel said in guidelines for COVID-19 treatment that except for the purposes of clinical trials, it recommends against the use of the anti-malarial drug hydroxychloroquine plus azithromycin, the antibiotic, because of the potential for toxicities. But it left open the use of hydroxychloroquine or other versions of it, chloroquine by itself, saying there is insufficient data to recommend for or against its use. But warned clinicals that if they did administer it, they should monitor the patient for adverse effect. Also, an analysis published Tuesday on the use of hydroxychloroquine to treat coronavirus patients in U.S. Veterans Affairs Hospital showed no benefits and caused more deaths. Researchers and experts have said the study was not rigorous enough and more data is required. The United Nations (UN) has warned the coronavirus pandemic may lead to multiple famines of biblical proportions. As the number of confirmed infections globally passed 2.5 million, the UN World Food Programme (WFP) estimated the number of world hunger could nearly double by the end of the year. WFP Executive Director David Beasley warned the world was on the brink of a hunger pandemic if immediate action was not taken. He said the countries at greatest risk were those across Africa and the Middle East. He told the UN Security Council yesterday that even before COVID-19 became an issue, he was telling world leaders this year would bring the worst humanitarian crisis since World War II. Now it's time for a short break. Keep watching Times of Manipur News.
Kanghanjaba Lamjingba Hospital and Medical Research Institute Private Limited na Hauzik Oiriba Kudong Chadaba Kaya Asigi Yenglaga Miyam Gidamak Hospital Asigi Maternity Ward Pung Kunmari Hangduna Miyam Gitogal Taujaragani Adumakpu Hospital Asigi Atopa Department Singdi Service Lepchagani Hospital Asida Lakchangi Mamangda Makhada Pijariba Contact Number Asida Han Appointment Lobiu Amadi patient ka miyoi amadagi hena loina biraktanaba khanghanjari ba Lamjingba Hospital and Medical Research Institute Private Limited RIMS Southgate Kombirei Kaithel contact number 8258967890.
Welcome back after the break. The second COVID-19 patient of Manipur who was tested negative twice during the course of his treatment was discharged from the Regional Institute of Medical Sciences RIMS Hospital yesterday. However, surveillance over him will continue, officials said. The man, who is an Jamaat attendee, tested negative during his hospitalization at RIMS Hospital on April 18 and 19 respectively. Manipur's first COVID-19 case, a 23-year-old woman who had returned from the UK, tested positive on March 24 last. However, she was discharged from the Jawaharlal Nehru Institute of Medical Sciences Jennings Hospital after treatment on April 12 and she is presently at home under 14 days quarantine. Manipur Legislative Assembly Speaker Yumnam Khemchan distributed hand sanitizer and face masks to residents of Singjamai Ward number 17 at Singjamai Community Hall in Imphal. At the occasion, 5 kg rice each was also distributed to the residents of the area with the help of local club volunteers. Amid the COVID-19 lockdown, Khurai Ningthaubung Mahila Congress and Khurai Block Congress Committee extended aid to residents of Khurai Ningthaubung Khurai constituency. The relief materials were distributed by Manipur Pradesh Congress Committee member Khuraijam Ratan Kumar Singh. Owner of the Sangha Express Nisikant Singh Sapam today distributed ration and other essential goods to 44 underprivileged houses of Kwakaithel, Nganapithong and Kaishamthong Maninglaikat. Local clubs and the residents loaded Nishikanta for the help extended during the lockdown. Jingai constituency MLA Kasim Vasum personally took part in distribution of relief materials under Open Market Social Scheme OMSS to the residents of his constituency at his residence in Phungreitang, Ukrul. Jingai Block Subdivisional Officer was also present. Over 560 households of Jingai Block were provided with essential items like rice, salt and masks. The crowd maintained social distancing norms during the distribution of relief materials. BJP Manipur Pradesh former Vice President Thokchom Jadumani distributed ration to the people of Khangabo constituency amid the lockdown. Jadumani had previously sanitized and supplied water to the constituency. The distribution began from Khangabo Part 3. The items were distributed to the people by maintaining social distancing norms and using hand sanitizers. Jadumani assured that the distribution will continue for the remaining areas of the constituency in the coming days. Amid the COVID-19 pandemic lockdown Real Aid Service, RAS Churachandpur, led by its secretary, Holkomang Haukip, distributed essential food items to selected 57 families of daily wage earners in different parts of Churachandpur district. Face masks were also distributed to the residents free of cost. Manipur Sahitya Parishad condoled the untimely demise of renowned writer Jukeshwar Vaikomba. He died after an illness on 18 of this month at his residence in Thawbal, Achauba. Manipur Sahitya Parishad members today held a condolence meeting at Imphal residence of Gangjam Ibohal, during which the attendees maintained social distancing norms and observed a 2-minute silence as a mark of respect to the departed soul, a press release informed. Appreciating the hard work of media fraternity amid the lockdown and curfew, former Moirang MLA Mairimbam Prithviraj Singh extended monetary aid of Rs 10,000 to media person of various media houses yesterday. Price lists of commodities were displayed at all grocery shops in Bishnupur district. The price list will make people more convenient while buying commodities. According to an order issued by Deputy Commissioner of Bishnupur district, Nita Arambam, price lists should be displayed at all locality-based shops dealing with essential commodities such as groceries for daily use, vegetables, fruits, poultry meat and fish in the district. These shops will be open from 6 a.m. to 1 p.m. except Sunday from April 22nd to May 3rd. After 15 sectors were relaxed during the lockdown, people are now allowed to buy goods by maintaining social distancing and proper hygiene norms. Once again, it's time for a short break. Keep watching Times of Manipur News. Welcome back after the break. Youth Development Club Lamding, Cherapur has been extending help to the poor and needy people during the total lockdown and curfew. For the third phase, with sponsorship from generous individuals, volunteers of the local club distributed essential food items to people at Lamding, Cherapur. Saiboy Haukib, a social worker, distributed ration to various localities of More. The residents lauded Saiboy for his kind deed. Due to the ongoing lockdown and precautions being taken by local population in fighting against COVID-19, villagers have been facing problems to meet their basic daily essentials. In this context, company operating base Waikong and Pangaltabi of Kakching Battalion of 28 Sector Assam Rifles under the aegis of Headquarter IGR South was contacted by the villagers of Waikong and Pangaltabi on 20th of April. In the continuation of extending support to the local people, to water bowsers of 7,500 liters each were sent by Kakching Battalion on 20th of April at village Kakching Kunau and V. Mahautera, Umathel, which fulfill essential need of drinking water of approximately 400 families to meet their daily household necessities. Chandel Battalion of 26 Sector Assam Rifles under the aegis of Headquarter IGR South provided necessary assistance to the ex-servicemen of Beru Anti village in Chandel district during the period of lockdown to control COVID-19 pandemic on 20 April 2020. As the government issued advisory for the complete lockdown till 3rd of May, in order to contain the spread of disease, the ex-servicemen were running short of supplies. Acting to the response on the humanitarian ground, the battalion provided the necessary supplies to include ration and other supplies to ex-servicemen. A total of 135 kg of rice, 54 kg of sugar, 54 kg of dal, 1.5 kg of tea, 12 kg of coffee and 54 kg of salt were distributed to the 28 ex-servicemen and also briefed about various precautionary measures like maintaining basic hygiene, sanitation, maintaining social distance and other precautions to be taken to avoid spread of the disease. Subsidiary Training Center, Border Security Force Churachandpur, as part of its continued efforts in helping the local population, distributed clean drinking water at Gaipi Mall village, Churachandpur yesterday. The BSF team distributed one water tanker having capacity of 6,000 liters of clean water to the household who were not having water pipeline connection and private ring well. Village Chief Henjagao Naishyal, a retired BSF personnel, expressed his gratitude towards DK Tripathi, Inspector General of STC BSF Churachandpur, for his kind act, a release said today. Members of All Manipur United Clubs Organization Amuko distributed rice to 130 families living at rented houses in Ningthokong area amid the lockdown. Consumer Club Manipur Bishnupur District Branch sold ration and essential goods to the people of the district at prices fixed by the government during the lockdown relaxation. North Korea state media today made no mention of leader Kim Jong-un's held on or whereabouts a day after intense international speculation over his health was sparked by media reports he was gravely ill after a cardiovascular procedure. As per reports, North Korean media presented a business as usual image carrying routine reporting of Kim's achievements, publishing his older or undated quotes on issues like the economy. South Korean and Chinese officials and sources familiar with U.S. intelligence have cast doubt on the South Korean and U.S. media reports, while the White House said it was closely monitoring the matter. Now we have the local newspaper headlines.
The Shanghai Express, India's COVID-19 cases near 19,000 mark, death toll at 603. It's not yet time to let our guards down, says Chief Minister. Chandel Technopal review COVID-19 situation. The People's Chronicle, need to maintain extra vigil at border areas, says Chief Minister. Government would never tolerate and condone if anybody is found supplying substandard protective equipment and other medical items to the frontline workers. 8 stranded Manipuri tourists issue SOS from Myanmar. Public purchase ration items as shops reopen briefly. Qasim kicks off open market rice sale for Chingai block. Doctors honored for treating COVID-19 patients. Imphal Free Press. Manipur's second COVID-19 patient recovers, discharged from hospital. Beginning of long battle against deadly coronavirus, says Ann Biren. High Court directs CS DGP to curb rampant burning down of forests. Manipur Mail. Medical items procured under MP Fund of Lorho distributed. Ensure attendance in government offices. Lockdown to be treated as force majeure.
Before when, let's take a look at the headlines once again. India reports 1,383 new COVID-19 cases, 50 deaths in the last 24 hours. UK to start human trials of coronavirus vaccine on Thursday. And coronavirus could cause famines in dozens of countries, says UN. That's all we have in this bulletin. Keep watching Times of Manipur News.
Manipur ki miyam punamakpu ai